Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just
nice to
check
see you.
everyone else. Just check everyone else can see me. Ming Ang, chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ming Ang?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm very good, thank you. And can everyone turn their cameras on, please? Chung Hu, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Chung Hu. How are you?
Hi,
Good.
I
And
guess.
Viet Tien. Viet Tien. Xin chào. Xin
Hello,
chào, Viet
teacher.
Tien. How are you, Viet Tien?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, good. And Ledok Ang. Ledok Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ledok Ang?
I'm good. And by the way, this my laptop doesn't have camera. This
Okay.
laptop, the
All
one
right.
at my mom house.
That's fine, Ledok Ang. Okay. Shame I can't see you. Someone is playing loud music.
Vientiane,
It, w-
Vientiane.
it was my brother, I
Is
think.
it your brother?
Yes.
With
Okay.
fans.
Can I can still hear it, Viet Tien. Can he turn it down, please? That's better. Thank you. Ding Lam. Xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, that's good. All right. Ming Ang, can you turn your camera on, please? Also, Viet Tien and Ding Lam.
No, today I don't have a camera.
Okay. Ding Lam, I can see you. Thank you. Ming Ang, do you have your camera?
Can you see me?
I can't see you, no. I can't see you at all. It's all dark. So try again, Ming Ang. In the meantime, everyone, welcome to class. It's great to see you all again. I've missed you the last few weeks. So I hope you've all been well and hope you're looking forward to the lesson today. So what we're going to do today, of course, is practice more speaking, of course, and part 2 writing. I've got a couple of videos to share with you that hopefully will help make what we're doing make more sense and give you some insight into how the Ielts test is marked or assessed. Before I start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions? Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to share a video with you now. This is a video from Ielts Advantage. Ielts Advantage is one of the most popular online Ielts schools in the world, and I use a lot of their information because it's put together by people who used to be Ielts examiners. Okay, so I trust what they're talking about. And also, they explain things, I think, very well. So I'm going to share a video with you now. This video is all about how one student went from scoring band 6 in Ielts to scoring band 8. These are the changes that she made. They're very simple changes. This student, by the way, as you will see, has already done the Ielts test 9 times. 9 times. That's a lot. Must have cost her a lot of money. But after 9 times, she still couldn't get a score better than 6. Okay, so this video is about what she did to change her score from 6 to 8. So I'm going to share this with you now and then discuss it a little bit with you afterwards. Okay. Huang Ang, can you see the video screen?
Yeah, I can see it pretty
Okay,
clear.
great. Excellent. Okay, everyone, please have a look and listen to this.
After failing IELTS 9 times and nearly giving up on her dream of nursing abroad, Crystal finally understood one life-changing IELTS secret and immediately shot from a stuck band 6 to a remarkable band 8. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what Crystal learned, a new way of seeing IELTS that's simple, easy to learn, and could rapidly lift your score to. So a few months ago, I got this email. Chris, I've taken IELTS 9 times and I need band 7 to move abroad. I'm desperate. Please help.
By the way, everyone, the word abroad you can see here just means overseas. It means exactly the same as overseas. So move abroad, move overseas.
Now, when someone tells me they've failed 9 times, I know exactly what's happening. They're not stupid, they're not bad at English. They've just been taught the wrong way. Crystal's story starts like thousands of others. She's a nurse working for the Hong Kong government. Good job, stable income, but she wanted more. She wanted to move abroad with her husband, build a better life, and use her nursing skills in a country with more opportunities. Her first attempt was like most people's. She bought some online materials, studied hard, walked into the test with confidence, and got band 6. Okay, she thought, I just need more practice. So she enrolled in a face-to-face course. Expensive, time-consuming, but surely that would fix it. And the result? 8 more times she got band 6 using that same approach. And here's what she told me.
I have experienced 8 or 9 times of failure. So I'm actually quite experienced in taking IELTS.
Crystal wasn't struggling with listening or reading. Those were fine. Her problem, like many students, writing and speaking. The 2 skills where most teachers tell you to use complex vocabulary, memorize impressive phrases, and impress the examiner. Sound familiar? Crystal had tried everything. The more she studied, the more confused she became. You see, healthcare professionals like Crystal communicate differently at work. Medical terminology, professional protocols, complex documentation. So when they take IELTS, they think they need to sound the same way they do when they're working in the hospital. But here's the truth. IELTS examiners don't want to read a medical journal. They want to know one simple thing. Can you communicate clearly in everyday English?
Okay, so this is the simple thing I want you to understand from this video. Ming Ang,
Yes.
Ming Ang, what do IELTS examiners want you to do? What do they want you to do?
They want.
What is on the screen, Ming Ang? What can you see on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they
What
want.
does it? Keep going, Ming Ang. What does it say?
They want you communicate clearly
Yes. Keep going.
in everyday English.
In everyday English, okay? Chung Hu.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
IELTS examiners want you to do? What are they testing?
Like communicate clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Like communicate clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
Sorry,
is
my thought,
the
my
rest? What can you see on the screen, Chung Hu? What does it say?
can you communicate clearly in everyday English?
Perfect. Viet Tien, what do IELTS examiners want you to do?
They want to test if you can communicate clearly in everyday English.
Perfect. Ledok Ang,
And
what
you
do
communicate,
Yeah.
and you communicate clearly in everyday English.
Okay, good. And Ding Lam.
Communicate clearly in everyday English.
Good. Kwang Ming. Chao Gon Kwang Ming.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, what do IELTS examiners want you to do?
Can you communicate clearly in everyday English?
Perfect. And Fu Kwang. Sin Chao Fu Kwang.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
What do IELTS examiners want you to do?
Speaking fluently.
No, what does it say on the screen, Fu Kwang?
Can you communicate clearly in everyday English?
Good. Okay. So I'm sorry if I am treating you a little bit like small children with this, but this is important for you to understand. IELTS, they don't want you to speak in complicated sentences or use complex grammar or use difficult words. all they are testing is if you can communicate in everyday English. The sort of English, everyday English, just is like everyday Vietnamese, the sort of Vietnamese that you would use talking to your friends and family every day. So you just need to use simple but correct English words. Okay, I want you to remember this always. That's why I asked each of you individually, so you know what the aim of the lessons that I give you is, to get you just to communicate correctly but clearly in everyday English. So this is probably different from the English that you were taught in school, okay, where they focus on grammar, where they focus on doing more complex sentences, okay, and dealing with more complex ideas. The IELTS test, of course, it is a test about English, but it is mainly a test about how well you can communicate. Now, going back to the video, going to continue with this in just a moment, this is why the student kept getting band 6, okay, because she wasn't communicating clearly in everyday English. We're going to see some examples of this, so keep watching and listening, everyone.
That's it. Crystal discovered this truth in an unexpected way. After her 9th failure, she was scrolling online, probably looking to buy her 10th IELTS course. That's when she found our free 5-day challenge.
I found the 5-day challenge. I was amazed by how simple is the idea.
Not impressed by complexity, not dazzled by how many tricks we taught her, amazed by simplicity. So what did she learn in those 5 days? First, I showed her what she was doing wrong. She was trying to sound like she was giving a formal medical presentation. So I explained it to her this way. Think about the difference in how you speak to people at work when you're in the hospital and how you speak to maybe a friend or a loved one after work about your day. When you are speaking in the hospital, you're speaking in a very specific style. But when you're speaking to a friend or a loved one after work, you relax. You communicate naturally and probably more clearly. Which version of you do you think the IELTS examiner wants to hear? And at first, she was hesitant. But Chris, I'm a medical professional. Shouldn't I show my advanced English? You've tried that 9 times. How's that working out for you? Silence. So we decided to completely change Crystal's approach. Instead of memorizing band 9 phrases, she learned to trust her own natural English. Instead of trying to impress, she focused on being clear. So let me show you a real example of the type of thing that Crystal was writing. The implementation of comprehensive healthcare protocols necessitates multidisciplinary collaboration between medical practitioners.
Okay, so you can see, everyone, this is using very formal language, very formal and complex words. Okay, this is what she thought she should do. But every time she did this, she only got band 6. Okay, and she only got band 6 was because, well, what does this mean? It's not very clear, is it? Okay, these are very difficult words, very high-level words, and that's what she thought she had to do to get a high score. But that is not true. This is what you need to do to get a high score. Watch this.
But we got her to just say that in natural, everyday English. Doctors and nurses need to work together to help patients get better.
Okay, so all of this simply means this. This, you can see here, is much clearer. Very simple, clear English, easy to understand. I'm sure you can all understand this very easily. This one, very difficult to understand. That's why she got a band 6. This one gets a band 8 because it is clear and simple and it communicates very clearly.
Which one did you understand? Which sounds like a real person talking? Plus, in the first, more complicated sentence, she's far more likely to make grammar, spelling, and vocabulary errors. Now, let me teach you the exact 3-step simplification protocol that I taught Crystal. But before I share that with you, you heard Crystal talking about our free 5-day challenge, and I want to share it with you again for free. All you have to do is just click below in the description and you'll find a link that will take you to a page where you can sign up 100% for free. 5-day challenge has helped tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of students improve their writing scores by helping you simplify everything, not make it more complicated. So let's teach you this method, and this is something that you can immediately use in your next practice session. Step 1, the teenage test. Write your sentence and then ask, would a smart 13-year-old understand this immediately? If not, it's too complicated. Step 2.
Okay, so I just want to clarify this with everyone. Your speaking and your writing should be able to pass the teenage test. And the teenage test, as Chris was just saying, means would a smart 13-year-old be able to understand what you are saying or writing? That's the teenage test, okay? Would a 13-year-old be able to understand what you are saying or writing? If they can't, then it means you are using the wrong words, all right? You are not speaking simply enough, and you're not speaking correctly enough. He talks about 2 more things. I'm not going to spend much more time on those. This step 1 is the most important thing, okay? The teenage test. Could a 13-year-old, a smart 13-year-old, understand exactly what you are talking about? If so, then you are on the right track.
The active voice filter. Change passive constructions to active ones. These are often easier to write and, most importantly, easier to understand. Instead of protocols are implemented by healthcare professionals, write healthcare professionals follow protocols. And step 3, the one idea rule. Each sentence should contain one clear idea. If you find yourself writing multiple clauses, very, very long sentences, split them up into single idea sentences. Let me show you how Crystal used this in our actual IELTS test. Some people think hospitals should focus on treating patients. Others think they should also focus on preventing illness. Discuss both views.
By the way, Huang Ang,
Yeah.
what sort of essay is this? What sort of essay?
This is a discussion type.
Good, correct. It's a discussion essay. Very good.
With Crystal's old approach, she would have put something like the multifaceted responsibilities of contemporary healthcare institutions encompass both therapeutic interventions for existing pathologies and prophylactic measures designed to mitigate disease incidence.
Okay. Ming Ang,
Yes.
can you understand what he has written there? Can you understand it or not?
I'm not.
No. Is it clear, Ming Ang? Is the meaning clear for you, Ming Ang?
No.
No. So this uses lots of formal and complex words, but it's very difficult to understand. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Could a 13-year-old understand this, do you think?
No.
No. Okay, everyone, so this doesn't pass the teenage test, okay? A 13-year-old couldn't understand it. Most adults, by the way, couldn't understand this either. It is too complex, too complicated. It's not clear. This is why this student kept getting a 6. And this is what she should have said.
So if we apply the 3-step method, hospitals have 2 main jobs. First, they treat sick people. Second, they help healthy people stay healthy.
Okay, so this one, believe it or not, means the same as this, okay? But whereas this one, very difficult to understand, this one, I hope you all understand. You should be able to understand this very clearly. Could a smart 13-year-old understand this? Yes. So this one passes the teenage test. Okay, you can see very simple words, Okay, and also, as Chris was saying before, one idea per sentence. 3 sentences, just one idea in each sentence. Very simple, but this is all you need to do to get a band 8.
See the difference? Same ideas, clearer communication, which results in a higher score. Try this right now. Take any complex sentence or paragraph you've written for IELTS, look back at your practice essays and apply that simple 3-step simplification protocol. And watch how much clearer your writing becomes. If it's clearer to you, it's going to be also clearer to the examiner. The transformation wasn't just in her English though. It was in her mindset. She stopped seeing IELTS as a test of intelligence. She started seeing it as a test of clear communication. 6 weeks after joining our VIP course.
Okay, I'll stop it there. That's enough for that one. Okay, so the main things to remember from that video. Number 1, IELTS is just a test of clear communication. All right? Clear communication will help you get a much higher score. A lot of students have trouble understanding this idea. They think the more complex words, the more complex grammar, the more complicated sentences I use, that will help my score. Okay, please remember everyone, and I know I've mentioned this to you before, but because we haven't seen each other for a few weeks, I'm mentioning it again just to remind you. The IELTS test is all about clear, simple communication. All right? That is the first thing to remember from this. The second, the teenage test. Is what I'm saying or writing understandable for a smart 13-year-old? All right? Someone who is still a child. Could a child understand this? Okay? If they can, then yes, you are on the right track. Okay. Are there any questions about that? All right. Going to share one other thing with you now, and then we're going to practice some speaking. So this next student I'm going to share with you got a score of band 9. Band 9. Okay? Only 1% of students get a score of band 9. So we're going to listen to what she said, and then we're going to practice those things. So everyone, please have a look and have a listen to this.
To be when you were a little girl?
So many things. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, I couldn't choose. I think every day was something different. I would watch like a really fun TV show and, for example, Suits, and be like, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. And I was convinced. And then I would watch a really fun movie like Devil Wears Prada, and I wanted to be a fashion designer. So it was many different things when I was younger.
Now let's talk about.
Okay, let's just look at her answer one more time, everyone. Okay, he's asking her, what did she want to be when she was a little girl? Now, you will notice all the words she uses, they're very simple words. And she is also talking, okay, like she is talking with a friend. Maybe they are sitting in a cafe, maybe having a cup of coffee. That is how she is talking. That is her style. So there are 2 things that she is doing that helps her get a high score. The first thing is she's communicating very simply. Could a 13-year-old understand what she is saying? Yes, I think so. Okay. Also, she sounds very natural. The way she is talking, not just the words she is using, but the style she is using. She's not talking like she's trying to impress the examiner. She's talking just like she's talking to a friend.
I think every day was something different. I would watch like a really fun TV show and, for example, Suits, and be like, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. And I was convinced. And then I would watch a really fun movie like Devil Wears Prada, and I wanted to be a fashion designer. So it was many different things when I was younger.
Okay, so also she makes no mistakes. All her English is perfect, but that's easy for her because she's just using very simple words. So I'm going to get to you to practice this with me now. All right, starting with Leduk Ang. Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Leduk Ang, what did you want to be when you were a child? When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Uh, when back then, I have a dream like to be a doctor to save everyone and help every sick patient out. But I don't think it's possible now because I don't really like that field of job.
Okay, okay. So, Leduk Ang, your style was great. All right? It sounded just like you were chatting to me like we were having a cup of coffee. Okay, Leduk Ang? All right? Exactly that. You even laughed a little bit about when you were remembering that you wanted to be a doctor. Okay? So that's great, Leduk Ang. Your style is perfect. Okay? All right?
Okay.
That is how you need to talk, always, when you are answering questions in the test, just like that. Okay? And your English was pretty good too, Ledok Ang. You used past tense very well. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, when you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was young, I think I want to be a police. I think it's so cool when I am police, but I think it's so difficult job, and now I don't think I don't think it. I don't like it.
Okay. All right. So, first of all, your style is good, Ding Lam. Okay. Your style is good. You sound very relaxed. That's great. Just a couple of corrections to your vocabulary. I wanted to be a police officer, is what you would say in English. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to be a police officer. Not I wanted to be police. Doesn't make sense. I wanted to be a police officer is the easiest way to say it. And at the end, you just sounded a little bit uncertain. I think you were trying to say, I don't want to be a police officer anymore, or I don't want to be a police officer now. That is how you should finish your sentence. Okay. And one more of these. Kwang Ming. Kwang Ming.
Yes.
Kwang Ming, when you were a child, what did you think you would like to do when you grew up, when you were a child?
To be honest, when I was a child, I used to want to become a chef because at that time I'm really keen on an American TV program called MasterChef, and I really admired the chef called Gordon Ramsay because he was so cool and can create so many mouth-watering food. But unfortunately, when I was mature, I think that is kind of difficult, and I'm not good at that one so much. Yeah.
Okay, good. Again, your style, Fu Kwang, good. Very good. Okay, sound very conversational, very clear. That's great. Just one mistake in your grammar. I think you said so much when you should have said so many. Can't remember the sentence now. I should have written it down. Okay? But that was good, Fu Kwang. Sorry, Kwang Ming. That was good. Sorry, Kwang Ming. I'm talking to Fu Kwang next. So that was good style, Kwang Ming. Okay? Very good style. Just I'll correct your grammar as you go. But I think, yeah, you said so much when you should have said so many, I think. Okay, let's listen now, everyone. So we're not always answering the same question. Let's listen to how this student answers the next question.
Now let's talk about reading. Did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
So I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but there was this book called The Secret Garden that I remember reading in my class in the fourth grade. And I'm categorizing it as my favorite book because it just meant a lot to me, because there was really nice descriptions about like the scenery, and that really got me into reading. So I think for the heartwarming purpose, it's definitely my favorite book when I was younger, but it's just the book that started my love for reading in general.
Did
Okay, so again, what she was saying, very simple. All right, she talked about her favorite book, The Secret Garden, okay, and how she found it heartwarming. And heartwarming, by the way, just means, like it says, warms your heart. Reading this book made me feel good. It gave me a warm heart. If something is heartwarming, it means it makes you feel good, makes you feel warm inside. And she also mentioned how it started her enjoyment of reading. But again, using very simple words. And again, she sounded just like she is having a chat or conversation with someone in her family or a friend of hers. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
When I was a child, my favorite book is a comic, a Marvel about Spider-Man. I really like it because it gives me a lot of story in there, and it gives me more fun than other comic I can read. I really miss it.
Okay, good, Fu Kwang. Again, good style. Everyone is getting the style of conversation correct. Just a couple of corrections, Fu Kwang. I think you said comic Marvel Spider-Man. Should be Marvel comic Spider-Man, okay?
Okay.
It's a Marvel comic, not a comic Marvel, okay? And you said it give me. Of course, what is the past tense of give, Fu Kwang?
Uh,
Like
give,
you said it give me it give me some enjoyment. Okay, give is not correct. What should it be? What is past tense of give?
uh,
Can you
give it.
remember?
No.
It is gave.
Yeah,
Gave.
okay, good. I
Okay,
forgot.
it gave me some enjoyment or gave me some pleasure. Okay, again, just remember always to use the past tense. Thank you, Fu Kwang. Huang Ang,
I'm here.
did you have a favorite book when you were a child? Huang Ang.
I have been reading a lot of books since I was like literally 5. I've been going through a great amount of books, and I think my favorite one should be a series of history books of Vietnam.
Okay, that's not bad. You need to say, though, I think, to make your answer better, Huang Ang, why? Why? Why did you like them so much?
Okay.
Okay, just give me one sentence. One sentence. Why
Well,
did you like history books of Vietnam?
well, at that time I was little bit curious about how we are made, and like how the Vietnam and other countries in the world are simply born. So I think reading a series of history books should be a solution to it. Something like
Perfect.
that.
Okay, good. That's all you need to do, Huang Ang. If you were saying, I enjoyed reading history books about Vietnam, it's really good if you can just give one sentence just saying why, okay? That will help get you a better mark, all right?
Okay.
Just
Thank
imagine,
you.
if you were telling me, forget about me being the teacher, but if I said to you, what was your favorite book when you were young? And you would say, when I was young, I enjoyed reading history books about Vietnam. The natural thing, of course, is then to say why. Does that make sense?
All right, I got it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Huang Ang. All right. And one more for this question, Ming Ang. Ming Ang,
Yes.
did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
Yes. I read books a lot, and I remember the first I read when I saw my sister book. It called Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I found it very interesting, and it let me discover many stories.
Okay, that's pretty good, Ming Ang. Pretty good. Okay, just remember, what is the past tense of read?
Read.
Correct. Okay. I read, when I was a child, one book my sister read was Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Okay? Just remember to use read. Okay? But that was good, Ming Ang. That was good. Everyone is giving good, very good style, very clear. Okay, we will listen to one more example of what the Band 9 student did. Okay. I will listen to her answer this question.
Are there any books you would recommend to people?
There's this book I read called Daisy Jones and the Sixth, and it was just a really fun book. It was the book I read recently, and I think people who are into fiction and like music would really love that book. It was adapted into a series after, so definitely recommend that one.
Okay, again, you can hear very clear language, very simple, 2 or 3 sentences only. Chung Hyu,
Yeah.
are there any books you would recommend to other people, Chung Hyu?
I personally think I personally recommend about the few of books that have as less picture as possible because because you look at the comic picture and you already know what's going on without reading the words. So I think that kind of backfire about your goal of speaking English correctly. So yeah, especially
Okay,
old book, but you can also learn historical event and all. So that's like two birds with one stone, you know.
okay, good, Chung Hyu. That's good. Again, your style is good, Chung Hyu. Viet Tien,
Yes.
are there any books you would recommend to other people, Viet Tien?
I don't think I would have any books to recommend because all of almost every book I read is word only because I don't like the pictures in the books, and I think it would be very boring for people to read it. But if I have to recommend, I would recommend the series of books from a very famous author in Vietnam, which is Nguyễn Ngọc Ánh, and I would recommend the book with is the Give Me a Ticket to the Childhood. I think so.
Okay, good, Viet Tien. All right, that's a very good answer, Viet Tien. You talked about why you wouldn't recommend books to other people, but then you said, if I had to recommend one, I would recommend this Vietnamese book. That's great. Very good. So, is there anyone I haven't asked? Anyone I haven't asked? Okay. Okay. Phung Le Doc Ang. I didn't realize you joined the class. Phung Le Doc Ang. How are you?
I feel a little angry because my phone is crashing whenever I try to open Zoom, so I have to use my laptop.
Okay. Very annoying. Okay. I'm glad you could make it anyway, Phung Le Doc Ang. So, same question for you. Are there any books you would recommend to other people?
I rarely reading books, but I would recommend the Harry Potter series. Uh, you know, uh, it is talk about the adventure of Harry Potter into the witch world, and it is fantastic and, and
Sorry, Phung Dokang, your signal is breaking up a little bit, so it was freezing. But I heard most of the answer, which is, again, your style is good. Just one correction to your tenses. You said, I rarely reading books. Okay,
yeah.
what is, okay, I rarely reading books. It should be, I rarely read books. Okay? I rarely
Okay.
read, not reading books. I
Yes.
rarely read books. Okay, that was the only mistake you made. Otherwise, that was good. Okay, everyone, that was pretty good. All right, it is really good that you are all using simple language, which is great. You are all speaking to me in a very clear and conversational style, which also is great. And most of you are not making many mistakes. One reason, we'll do more of this next week, but of course, one reason why this student who we've just been listening to got a band 9 is that she makes no mistakes. She's using simple language, simple sentences, but they have no errors, absolutely no mistakes. That is why she's getting such a high score. Okay, she's speaking perfect, simple English. And as we've said before, English that any 13-year-old should be able to understand. Are there any questions before we finish the speaking? Any questions? Okay. So the style that I've been talking to you about is exactly the sort of style when you go to do a test like IELTS. And like I said before, probably different from what you do in your class in school in Hanoi. Okay, that is completely different. What I'm teaching you is the sort of style you need to use for the IELTS test, which, by the way, is the sort of style that you would use anytime any of you meet a foreigner. Okay, this is exactly the way you would talk to them. All right. For the rest of the lesson, we're going to look at writing. Okay, you should be able to see the document. You might remember last time we met a few weeks ago, we were looking at writing task 2, okay, writing introductions to the task 2 essay. Now, one thing you must remember, because this is important to your score, you must remember that there are 5 different types of essay. Okay, because the structure for each type is a little bit different. 5 different types of essay. Phung Ladok Ang.
Yes.
There are 5 different types of essay. Give me one of them, please. Give me one.
Opinion essay.
Is correct. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
What is another type of essay? We've had opinion already. Opinion is one. What is another one?
I don't remember it.
Okay, Kwang Ming.
Yes.
Kwang Ming, oi.
Yes.
Kwang Ming. What is another type of essay?
Yeah, discussion essay.
Discussion, that'll do. Thank you. Okay, so far we've had discussion and opinion. I keep asking you this. It's important you know this, everyone. You must know that there are 5 different types of essay because that will that will influence how you structure your answer. Okay, so you must know the 5 different types of essay. So far, we've had opinion and discussion. There are 3 more types. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
I think it's advantage and disadvantage essay.
Is correct. Good. Okay, that's 3 we've got. Opinion, discussion, advantage, disadvantage. Let's see if anyone can remember the other 2. Laduk Ang.
Um,
Can you remember?
Process.
Process? No. No. Okay. Viet Tien.
Yes.
The other 2 types of essay. Opinion, discussion, advantage, disadvantage. Can you remember the other 2?
2 question.
Good. Double question,
Double
everyone.
question.
Double question. Good. Which means there's only one more sort of essay. Chung Hyu. Any idea what it is? Not sure. Ming Ang. Ming Ang. Ming Ang.
Problems and solutions.
Very good, Ming Ang. Excellent. Very good. Problem and solution. So everyone, the 5 different types of essay. And again, you need to remember this. All right? Opinion, discussion, advantage, disadvantage, double question, okay? Problem and solution. All right. You can see on your screen, there are the different types of essays. Huang Ang.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Essay number 1. Huang Ang. Essay number 1. What is it? What type of essay?
This should be opinion type.
No. No. What is it?
Discuss.
It's a discussion essay, everyone. Okay?
Okay, it should
Everyone,
be discussion.
it is. Remember, this is a little bit of a trick, okay? Please don't be fooled when you see this, okay? This is what the essay is, okay? It is a discussion essay that asks you also to give your opinion, but it is actually a discussion essay. As we will see in just a moment, an opinion essay, the wording is a little bit different, but this is definitely a discussion essay. Phong Ladok Ang.
Yes.
Essay number 2. What sort of essay is it? This essay.
It is advantage and disadvantage essay.
Correct. Advantage, disadvantage. Okay. Very clear. You can see this here. All right. Essay number 3. Fu Quang. Fu Quang.
In some countries.
Yeah. What type of essay is it? What type of essay?
Advantage and disadvantage.
No. No. Not advantage, disadvantage. Quang Ming. Quang Ming.
Solution and
Yeah, solution and
solutions.
Problem and solution is what it is. Problem and solution. Fu Quang, does this make sense now?
Yes.
Okay, this is a problem and solution. Okay, this one here, Fu Quang, is advantage, disadvantage. All right? You can see the words advantage, disadvantage. Very clear. This one, problem and solution. What are the causes of the problem? What measures can be taken to solve it? Okay, that's a problem and solution essay. Okay. Ding Lam. Where did I get up to? Ding Lam.
Okay,
Number 4, Ding Lam. What type of essay is it?
I think it's opinion.
It is correct. Okay, is correct. Anytime you see this in an essay question, agree, disagree. Okay? It is an opinion essay, even though it doesn't say opinion. Anytime they ask you whether you agree or disagree, they are asking for your opinion, of course. So anytime you see these words, you know it's an opinion essay. All right. And Leduk Ang,
Yes.
essay number 5. What sort of essay is it?
Opinion?
Not opinion. Remember, opinion, you need to see these words. Vietien.
Yes.
Number 5, what type of essay is it?
Mm, I don't know. I think it would be the double question.
It is the double question. You do know Vietien. Okay, very simple. Everyone, you can see it has 2 questions. Why has this change occurred? And do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home? 2 questions. This is a double question essay. Now, again, let me just remind you why this is important. You need to identify what sort of essay it is, because this will guide the structure of your essay. Double question essay, this means one of your detail paragraphs, okay, will be answering this question. The second of your detail paragraphs, okay, will answer this question. So this is the structure for your double question essay. One paragraph will answer this part of the question. One paragraph will answer this part of the question. Number four, we decided, Chung Hu, what sort of essay is this? Essay number 4, Chung Hu, what sort of essay is it?
Like is like a team of asking if we agree or not on the topic. And reason why.
Which means what sort of essay is it?
Agree or disagree.
Yeah, but there is not a type of essay that's called agree or disagree. What do we call it instead, Chung Yu? What do we call it? When we see a question like this, what type of essay is it? It's not agree, disagree. What is it? It is an...
Like...
What type of essay? Can you remember?
I know how it works, but I don't remember.
Okay. I'll ask Ming Ang. Ming Ang, what sort of essay is this?
Opinion.
Opinion. Okay, Chung Hu, do you remember now? Chung Hu?
Yeah, opinion.
Opinion essay. Anytime you see agree, disagree, sometimes the question will just say, do you agree? It won't use disagree. Okay? It's still an opinion essay. With an opinion essay, remember, the important thing is Huang Ang. Can you tell me? Huang Ang.
This should
With
be
an opinion essay, what is different for this essay from the other 4 types?
I think that the difference here is that you should give your opinion right at the start of the paragraph.
That is, but it's not the main difference. It's not what makes this different from the other 4 types.
Or like you should talk solely on one side.
Very good, Huang Ang. Very good. Excellent. You remembered very well. An opinion essay, remember, you only give one side. Okay? All the other sorts of essay, you normally give both sides, or maybe even three sides. I think that's possible. Okay, but in an opinion essay, you only give one side. That is, okay, do you agree or do you disagree? So both your detail paragraphs will be about one side only. You don't write one paragraph about whether you agree and one paragraph about whether you disagree. If you do that, it becomes a discussion essay. Okay? So, and it's not correct. Anytime you see this, it's an opinion essay. You choose only one side. Okay? Very important you remember this. Otherwise, you will lose marks. I've mentioned this many times. I will keep on mentioning it because it's very important to the structure of your essay. If you get the structure wrong at the start, okay, it's very difficult to get a high score. All right. Okay, you can see this one, a problems and solutions essay. Obviously, one body paragraph is going to be about the causes of the problem. The other body paragraph is going to be about the solutions. Advantages, disadvantages. Okay? This one here. Obviously, one body paragraph is about the advantages, the other body paragraph about the disadvantages. And this one here, okay, which is a discussion essay. Okay, a discussion essay, you would look at maybe both sides of a problem, both sides of a point of view. Okay, so again, you can see in these types of essays, discussion, advantage, disadvantage, problem, solution, each of your body paragraphs is about a different side, but not an opinion essay. An opinion essay is about one side only, whether you agree or whether you disagree. Both your body paragraphs will be about that. I hope this makes sense. Very important. Okay, time for you guys to do some writing in just a moment. But let's first quickly look at the essays we've already done in the previous weeks. Okay, first thing, as I'm sure you all remember, first thing you do in your introduction is to paraphrase. You paraphrase the thesis statement. So you can see here in yellow, okay, this is a paraphrase of this. Next part of the introduction for this essay, you give your opinion. Then you give what are going to be the main ideas of your two body paragraphs. I'm sure most of you understand this now, but I want all of you to understand this. So I hope this is clear. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, so Ming Ang, you can see this, okay, is a paraphrase of this. Does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Okay, next it says, give your own opinion. So I have said, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Okay, does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Okay, then I give my two reasons. And these are the two reasons I'm going to write about in my body paragraph. Does that make sense, Ming Ang?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so, and this is your first paragraph, okay? This is your introduction paragraph. All of this is your first paragraph. Next example, that again, we did this a few weeks ago. Chung Hu.
Ah,
Okay, Chung Hu,
yeah.
this is the thesis statement. Can you please read my paraphrase, Chung Hu? Can you please read my paraphrase?
Informational tourism.
No, this is my paraphrase here, Chung Hu.
Global tourism has both trending tremendous advantages to many communities. On the other hand, Tourism can have a negative effect on local people and the environment.
Good. Okay. So this word here, tremendous. Tremendous just means a lot. So everyone, you can see in my paraphrase, okay, I've used a lot of synonyms. Instead of international tourism, I've said global tourism. Instead of enormous benefits, I've said tremendous advantages. Means the same thing. Instead of places, I've said communities. These are all synonyms. Instead of however, I've said on the other hand. Okay? Instead of concern, I've talked about negative effect. Instead of local people, I've just said, instead of local inhabitants, I've said local people. Just using synonyms in the paraphrase. So again, everyone, remember you paraphrase the thesis statement or the first couple of sentences. Then in the rest of the introduction, okay, you mention what your main points are going to be in the rest of the essay. And in our last example, okay, this is the thesis statement. Vietian.
Yes.
Okay, instead of countries, what word have I used in my paraphrase? Vietian?
Nations.
Correct. Instead of rates of serious crimes, what have I said?
The number of major crimes.
Good. Instead of decreasing, what have I said?
Dropping.
Correct. And instead of less safe, what have I said?
More insecure.
Correct. Good. Okay. So again, everyone, I hope you can see just using synonyms. Okay. Insecure means less safe. And again, you can see for the rest of my introduction, okay, I've said what I think are the causes of the problem. I've given 2 causes and I've given 2 solutions. All right? That's what you need to do in your introduction. You need to give a paraphrase and then you need to give what are the main points that you are going to make in your essay. All right, so everyone, you are going now to write an introduction for me for this topic. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Can you read the topic for me, please? Just read the topic.
Details of the private lives of celebrities and famous people should not be published in magazines, on social media. To what extent do you agree or disagree?
Okay, good reading, Laduk Ang. And Ding Lam?
I'm here.
So what sort of essay is this, Ding Lam? Number 4, what sort of essay?
It's a opinion essays.
Very good, Ding Lam. Okay, you remember any time you see these words, you know it is an opinion essay. So everyone, what you're going to do for me now in chat, is, first thing you must do is write a paraphrase of the thesis statement. Please do that now, everyone. A paraphrase of the thesis statement. 1 sentence. And going back to what we talked about earlier in the lesson, has to be a sentence that passes the teenage test. Okay? Can a 13-year-old understand what I am writing? Everything you say or write for IELTS must pass the teenage test. Can a 13-year-old, a smart 13-year-old, understand what I am writing? So all I want, everyone, just 1 sentence, just the paraphrase at this stage. Then we'll do the rest of the introduction. But at this stage, all I want is the paraphrase.
Let's talk about drinks. In your country, what do people know?
All right, just give you a couple of minutes to do this, everyone. So, obviously, you'll be looking at a synonym for details. Maybe you will look at a synonym for private lives. Okay, Huang Ang.
Yeah.
That's good, Huang Ang. Just a couple of small mistakes, okay? First one is you've got information of, should be information about.
Information about. Oh,
Okay?
I make
And
research.
yeah, okay. So just there, just small mistakes, Huang Ang, but in the test they will cost you marks, okay? So just be careful. Information about and network, the last word in your paraphrase should be plural. Because there's more than just one online network. Okay? Does that make sense, Huang Ang?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so it should be networks. Networks. But the rest of it is fine. Good. Fu Guang.
Yes.
Okay, Fu Guang. What's a synonym for details? Begins with the letter I, Fu Guang. Can you think what word I'm thinking of?
I don't.
I-N. I-N-F. Fu Guang.
I don't know that.
I-N-F-O. Fu Guang.
Oh, information.
Correct. Information means the same, okay? So you could have used that, all right? Information. Personalized deliveries, famous people should not be instead of bring, needs to be brought, okay? For it to make sense. Should not be brought out in magazines or on social media. Okay, thank you, Fu Guang. Le Dokang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Not bad. Famous lives, famous people aren't exactly the same. Okay?
I forgot to put in people. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, to make it, what I would say, actually, Le Dokang, instead of just repeating famous people again, okay, you could say people who are famous. All right?
Yeah.
Okay? Which is exactly the same thing, but it just shows the examiner that you know how to construct the sentence in a slightly different way. All right? And will help get you a good mark. So you would say information about celebrities and people who are famous. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Instead of saying information about celebrities and famous people. Does that make sense, Dok An?
Yep.
Information about celebrities and people who are famous. All right? It's just another way of paraphrasing it. All right? You can't say on newspaper. all right? You would have to say in the newspaper, okay? Should not be made public in the newspaper. Okay, Ledok Ang?
Okay, teacher.
All right. On social platforms is correct. That is correct. But when you are talking about a newspaper, you need to say in the newspaper, okay? On newspaper doesn't make sense in English. You always talk about in the newspaper. Thank you, Ledok Ang. Okay, who is next? Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, information about, not of. Okay, Ding Lam? Information about the individual lives of celebrities, knowledge humans isn't correct. Okay, Ding Lam? Knowledge humans doesn't make sense. Better to say people who are famous. Okay? Okay, Ding Lam?
Yeah.
Information about the individual lives of celebrities and people who are famous is the way to paraphrase it. Any questions, Ding Lam?
I don't have.
Okay, good. The rest is correct, Ding Lam. The rest is good.
Thank you.
Ming Ang.
Yes.
Information about celebrities and famous people's lives should be kept private in magazines or on social media. At almost 100%, Ming Ang, almost. Instead of in, though, should be kept private from magazines. Okay? That is the only mistake you've made. Should be kept private. You need to say from, not in. Okay, Ming An?
Yes, teacher.
Because you are keeping it private from somebody or something. Okay, not private in something. That doesn't make sense. Has to be, the collocation has to be private from. Okay, but the rest is fine, Ming Ang. That's good. Fung Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Fung Leduk Ang. Very good try, Fung Leduk Ang, but biography and details are not quite the same, okay? Okay, good try, all right? Okay, I'm pleased you are trying different things. That's great, but they are not quite the same. Details, information are the same, okay? Biography means something slightly different. So you would say information about stars, okay?
Yes.
And renowned people. Peoples doesn't need an S to make it plural, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. That's why we practice. Okay, so people is already plural without the S. Shouldn't be brought out. Shouldn't be brought out in publication or okay. So publication does need an S. Okay.
Yes.
Should be publications. Otherwise, you are talking. If you say publication, you are talking about just one magazine or just one newspaper. All right? So it needs to be plural. Publications or on internet is a noun. Fung Ledokang. What does a noun need in front of it?
On the internet.
Correct. Very good. Okay. Any questions, Fung Ledokang?
No, thanks.
Okay, good. Quang Ming.
Yes.
Okay. Some people claim that information is already plural. Quang Ming doesn't need an S.
Yes.
Okay. About celebrities' personal lives and other influences should not be promoted to. Okay, not bad, Quang Ming. Public in this case is a noun. Okay. What does it need in front of it, Kwang Ming?
To the public.
Correct. To the public by, and again, the way you've used it in the sentence, news and internet are both nouns. Okay. So it should be by the news and the internet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of it is fine. Good, Kwang Ming. Vietian.
Yes.
Okay. The information. The information. Probably don't. This is one case you don't actually need the. Okay? You could just say information. Information about famous people's lives shouldn't be known by people through news online. Okay? Not bad, Vietian. Not bad. Shouldn't be known by people through news online. I would maybe put a the in front of news, Vietian. It's a noun. Okay? That's probably the only change I would make. Any questions, Vietian? Okay. No. And Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu, you don't need to say for this one, in my opinion. Okay? You don't need to say. Because all you are doing at this stage is writing a paraphrase. Your opinion comes next. Okay, Chung Hu?
Right.
So for this sentence, you don't need to use in my opinion. So you would start your paraphrase with information. Information about. Okay, not of, Chung Hu. Information about. The private lives of celebrities and famous people shouldn't be brought out in magazines or social media. Okay, need to think of some more synonyms, Chung Hu, to get a better mark. Instead of celebrities, you could say stars, or you could say influencers, something like that. Okay?
All right.
Okay. All right, everyone. So again, any questions you've got about the phrases, please ask me. Otherwise, you need to do the rest of the introduction now. So it says, to what extent do you agree or disagree? This is where you give your opinion. Okay? Now, because we've got two detail paragraphs or two body paragraphs to write, how many reasons, Huang Ang, do we need to give? How many reasons?
I think it should be 2 reasons at least.
Is correct. Okay? You only need to give 2 reasons, but you must give at least 2 reasons because you've got 2 body paragraphs to write. So you must give at least 2 reasons. So I need for you now to write to me in chat. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? Details of the private lives of famous people should not be made public. Do you agree or disagree with this? Okay, so up to you. Do you agree or disagree? And 2 reasons why. 2 reasons. And remember, you're giving 2 reasons because the next thing you have to write is 2 body paragraphs. So you need 1 reason for each body paragraph. Okay, everyone, so to finish your introduction, what is your opinion? Do you agree or disagree? And 2 reasons why. So send those to me in chat now, please. So again, just to remind you, this is the second part of your introduction. The first sentence of your introduction is always a paraphrase. For both writing task 1 and writing task 2, which we're doing now, of course, your first sentence is always a paraphrase. And in writing task 2, your second sentence is always the reasons or the things that you are going to discuss in the rest of the essay. This is always the second part of your introduction. The structure is always like this. And of course, as we talked about before, the structure always depends on what sort of essay it is. And opinion essays, this is an opinion essay, by the way, because it has the words agree and disagree in it. Opinion essays are different from the other 4 types of essay because an opinion essay only looks at one side of something. The other 4 types of essay look at 2 or more sides. But opinion is slightly different, only looks at one side. All your essay is about one side only. You either choose to agree or you choose to disagree, not both. Okay, Chung Hugh.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right, Chung Hugh, sorry. Just, yeah, send me when you're ready, Chung Hugh. Thank you.
So I have to go in first, or like is my turn? So no, I mean like is my turn is right now, right here, or like later?
No, you are writing to me in chat, Chung Hugh. Okay, just write to me in chat. Thank you.
Oh, all right.
Okay, Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very strong. I totally agree with the statement. Very strong, Huang Ang. Okay, that's fine. Good.
That would make my points interesting, I guess.
Yes, it does. Good. No, good use of the adjective, okay? I totally agree with the statement, mainly because it's one of the rights of privacy a person deserves. Okay. Your ideas are good, Huang Ang. Ideas are great. Just some of the English is not quite correct, okay?
Right.
Okay, you would say, I totally agree with the statement, mainly because everyone deserves the right of privacy, is how you should say it, okay? It's one of the rights of privacy a person deserves. Is a little bit clumsy. It's not quite right. Okay, Huang Ang? I totally disagree. I totally agree with the statement because every person deserves the right of privacy is a much better way of expressing that, okay? Every person deserves the right of privacy. But it's also to avoid bad reactions aimed, and instead of on, it should be at, okay?
No.
The preposition should be at. So your second phrase is fine, just the wrong preposition. Should be at. You aim at something, okay, is the collocation. You don't aim on something. You aim at something or you aim to achieve something. Does that make sense, Hoàng Anh?
Right.
Okay, aim at or aim to. In this case, aim at is the correct collocation. Any question, Hoàng Anh?
Yeah, that's over.
Okay, good. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Chung Hu, remember
Yeah.
you need to give me, how many reasons should you be giving me, Chung Hu? How many reasons?
Like
Remember we said should be two reasons.
or three.
Yeah, should be two. You've only given me one.
Oh. Give me a moment. I am waiting the second one right now.
Okay. All right. So remember you have to give me two reasons.
All right.
Viet Tiên.
Yes.
Okay. From my point of view, you don't need to say do in the sentence, okay? From my point of view, I strongly agree. Don't need to use do. First of all, everyone should have the right to keep their life secret from the authorities. Okay. Okay, so for the introduction, Viet Tiên, too much information, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you've written a second sentence here which you didn't need, okay? So your first sentence is fine. That's all you need to say for your first reason, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it is the information that you're going to put in your body paragraph, okay? Not in the introduction. So your two reasons should be, first of all, everyone should have the right to keep their life a secret from the authorities, okay? And some information can ruin people's fame and put an end to their career. Okay, that's what your introduction should be. Okay, Viet Tiên? The other information you can use in your body paragraphs, okay? But you only need just the two reasons for the introduction, okay? Does that make sense, Viet Tiên?
Yes.
Okay, good. Quang Minh.
Yeah.
Okay, I completely agree with the statement because privacy you don't need an S in this case, okay? Privacy is a human right. Human right is the collocation, not human's right. Just human right, okay? The action of publicizing, you need the preposition an in there. The action of publicizing an individual's information is breaking the law. Your sentence is, the grammar is correct. Not sure if I agree with your reason though. Okay? Not all information is against the law.
Yeah.
Okay, so not sure about your reason, but the grammar is correct, which is the main thing for this. So just remember, individual is a noun, needs a preposition in front of it. The preposition in this case is an, publicizing an individual's information. Any question, Quang Minh?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, Chung Hu, I can see your second reason. If their private life became public is the correct collocation. Okay, Chung Hu? Okay, if their private life became public is the correct collocation, not got publics. Became public. Okay? Must be became public. That is the correct collocation. Yeah, became public, not publicked. Don't need the ed on the end. Just became public. It could bring a bad reaction from the community. You need to put a in there. Further destroying their reputation. That's fine, Chung Yu. The rest of that is fine. Thank you. Okay, Fong Dokang.
Yes.
Okay, probably best not to use bullet points, okay?
Okay.
In the essay, you won't use bullet points, okay? That's not part of the structure for an essay.
Okay.
I agree, because sharing private information without permissions maybe is a law violation, okay? And some journalist can make up a story about famous people's lives so it can affect their work and mental well-being. Okay, so just a couple of small lexical mistakes. Fong Dokang.
Okay.
Some journalists can make up a
Okay.
story or make up stories about famous people's lives. Needs to have an S on the end, so it can affect, don't need about, so it can affect their work and mental well-being. Any questions, Fong Dokang?
No, thanks.
Okay, good. Ming Ang.
Yes.
I agree, because celebrities are also human, and of course they have the right to keep their private life secret. Okay, good. On the other hand, okay, just careful with your spelling, Ming Ang. You've written one the other hand. Okay?
Yes.
On the other hand, if magazines can cause stress and affect their mental health. Good, Ming Ang. Good. The rest of it is good. Very well done, Ming Ang. That's good. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
I disagree. Details of the private lives of famous people should not be made public, because all celebrities have habits, hobbies, and many other things. If information of individual lives are published, hard fans may stalk or follow their privacy. Oh, okay. So, Ding Lam, you've got a little bit confused, okay? So you should be saying, I agree. I agree the details of the private lives of famous people should not be made public. Okay, Ding Lam?
Okay.
Okay, you've got a little bit confused. So you should be saying, I agree, not I disagree. Okay, you agree details should not be made public. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, you agree they shouldn't be made public because, okay? And the reasons are correct. Hard fans is not a correct collocation, okay? Hard and fans don't go together. You would say something like, there are many words, many adjectives you could use. You could say something like devoted fans. Oh, I think I know the word you're trying to say, Ding Lam. I've suddenly realized. The word you're trying to say is hardcore. Hardcore.
Hardcore. Okay.
Hardcore. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so not hard fans, hardcore fans. All right. Rest of that is fine. Thank you, Ding Lam. All right, everyone, almost finished the lesson. Sorry, going a little bit late. I'm just finishing correcting everyone's answers. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
The reason we should not publish information about personal lives of famous people okay, need to give a little more detail, Fu Kwang.
Okay.
Okay, not just about their privacy. And you need to say something like famous people is because famous people are entitled to their privacy, okay, and also because publishing information could lead to could lead to them being less safe. So you need just to give a little more detail, not just say safety and privacy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So just need to give a little bit more detail around that. Thank you, Phu Quang. And one more, Laduk Ang. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Being a celebrity or famous person could have benefits, but problem arise. Okay, so too many words. Laduk Ang. Okay. So all that first sentence you don't need. All right. So you should start with your second sentence, okay? I totally agree that individual privacy is necessary because, okay? So your whole first sentence you don't need. Okay, Ledokang?
Yes.
All right. Remember, all you need is just to write about the two reasons. Okay, you don't need to add any extra words at this stage. All right, does that make sense, Ledokang?
Yep.
Just the two reasons. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Sorry we've gone a little bit late, but I needed to get through everyone's answer. So that's good. Thank you for coming to the lesson today, everyone. Just before we go, two quick questions. Huang Ang?
Yeah.
What is the teenage test? Huang Ang, what is the teenage test? What does that mean?
Teenage test, I think it's you make a sentence and see if a smart 30-year-old kid can understand.
Correct, everyone. So anything you say or write must pass the teenage test. The teenage test is, can a smart 13-year-old understand what I'm saying or writing? Okay, if it passes the teenage test, that's good. All right, which means don't use complicated words or ideas. All right, and the other thing that we talked about is the Ielts test is a test of clear what, Ming Ang? The Ielts test is a test of clear, word begins with C, Ming Ang?
Clear communicate.
Clear communication. Very good, Ming Ang. Clear communication, all right? It's not about trying to be smart or trying to impress the examiner. It's about clear communication. Any questions before the lesson finishes? Ding Lam, you look a little bit tired.
Yeah.
Ding Lam, you look a little bit tired, okay? Hope you get enough rest. Any questions before we finish? Okay, everyone, great to see you all again. I've missed you all over the last few weeks. I had a good time visiting my sister in England, but I'm happy to be home. But nice to see you all again. Hope you have a great week. Look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Have a great week, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Hey, everyone.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.